Tired of feeling stuck in your financial journey? Discover the secret to unlocking endless possibilities with a growth mindset. Let's transform your finances together. Listen to me. It's levels. And so the first level to success in life, the very first level is you seeing it. Like it's clear to you, like you know exactly what you want. You know exactly when you want it. You know exactly what it tastes like. You know what it looked like. You know what it smells like before you really blow up and you get success. Like you literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it. I can't explain it to you guys. It's crazy. Long before I started hacking my mind. I could feel it. Long before any money came in, I could feel like this is it. I'm serious, guys. You got to know what it looks like, tastes like, feel like, because you don't. You're going to compromise. And the thing I love about Kobe Bryant, at 18 years old, Kobe knew what it looked like. Kobe knew what it tastes like. Kobe knew what it felt like. And at 18 years old, Kobe said to the NBA, I ain't playing for them. You 18 years old, you about to make millions. How do you have the audacity to tell me you ain't gonna play for the Charlotte Bobcats? Back in the day, the Hornets, he said, why? Because I know what it looked like. And that ain't what it looked like. As a kid, when I saw myself playing, what does your dream look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Kobe said. When I dreamed of going to the NBA, it looked like gold. It looked like multiple championships. It looked like magic. It looked like Wilt Chamberlain. That's what my dream looked like. What does it look like? Because if you don't know what it looks like, don't expect me to. It's your dream. It's your goal. Don't expect anyone to believe in your dream like you believe in your dream. And the problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. It's yours. Nobody owe you a dive. It's your dream. If you want to have it, lift your butt up and make it happen. If you want to have it, rise and grind. You got to have all the energy in the world. Why? Because this is your time. This is your moment. Tomorrow ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. Don't put your dream on nobody else. You don't need anyone to make your dream become a reality. One issue that stems from limiting beliefs is I don't have enough. It's not gonna matter, right? Like, that's one mindset. The other mindset is, and it's almost the opposite. It's the idea of like, but I want to make money quick, right? And I feel like it's like, oh no, but I want it now. And I think there's this mindset, especially what you keep saying about how the lifestyle has been portrayed, that we almost feel like people just change their lives overnight and that they all of a sudden have like a portfolio of rental properties, or they all of a sudden have the nice house or the nice car or whatever it may be. And all of a sudden we're wondering, well, how does it happen that quick for me? And then we get stuck in a get-rich-quick scheme, or we get stuck in like some quick win. How do it sounds like to me that one of the biggest trainings is in the discipline of being able to postpone pleasure? Yeah. Because what you're saying in any market is it's going to take time. Like you had to save up 10 to 20% for your first home that you bought. First of all, you had to work for that money. You had to save that money so that you could invest it. Then you were able to buy this XX square footage, which obviously has had great growth, I'm sure. But there was a lot that took to get to that. Whereas I think right now people are like, oh, well, I'd rather spend $100 on this, right?
It's a real decade of sacrifice, and there's really no way around it. If you want to fast-track your way now, the best investment you can make, if you want the better returns, the bigger returns, is by investing your money in yourself. And the tough part is, you got to be willing to go through that time and the effort, because you're right, it takes time. Unless you have that experience already there. You have the mentors, you have parents, people who can guide you through it.
Maybe you can shorten it, but I didn't have that. So for me, it took me a solid decade to figure it out, to go from business idea to business idea to business idea, to go through failure over failure, to get scammed after scammed.
Those things are what teach you. And when you're going through it, it sucks. You don't realize that you're going through a lesson. You just feel like, dang, I just got screwed over.
Yeah, true.
But you got to keep the goal in mind, and it's understanding what is more important to you right now because you're right. The last thing that you want to do also is get into this idea of just pinching pennies, because at the end of the day, a penny saved is just a penny. And the thing that I can best do to illustrate that is if you make $40,000 a year and you're like, okay, I'm going to put aside a quarter of my income. I'm going to put aside $10,000 to save and invest. And then you start putting your money to work and you're like, oh my God, I love this. I want to do more. You want to get better results. So now you're like, well, I'm going to try to put aside 30% of my income, 35% of my income. And you keep trying to squeeze this limited pie, but this is where now it's about building that growth mindset. And this is what wealthy people are able to do, where they say, okay, sure, I can try to squeeze more pennies out of the pie, but the other thing that I could do is I'm going to try to grow the pie. How do I go from $40,000 to $400,000? And, you might hear that thinking, how in the world am I going to go from 40 to 400? Like, it just sounds impossible and so far away. And at that point, yeah, it might seem the way, but the first step, like you said, it's that mindset. That's why I call minority mindset. Minority mindset. Because all success starts with your mindset. You have to be wealthy here before you can be wealthy in your bank account, and you have to understand how your mindset plays a part in it. Because now if you tell yourself you can't do it, you can't. Yeah, but if you tell yourself you can, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to say, how do I go from 40 to 50, 50 to 100? You're going to start watching YouTube videos. You're going to start putting in work. And as you start to make more money now, you're going to be able to answer that question of what do I want to do with this money? Do I want to go out and buy a new Beamer? Or do I want to go out and invest in my business? Do I want to go out and buy a rental property? Do I want to go and invest in stocks? Do I want to go out and invest in a startup? And now you can make these decisions because you have that financial education. And this is why, anytime I talk about the hows of, things that I say you should do to become wealthy, I always talk about how you invest and grow your money last. Because if you don't know how to save that money, if you don't know how to invest that money, earning more money doesn't do you any good until you know how to do that. Because now earning more money has the most impact. Because now, know how to put that money to work. You have the system. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more tips on mastering your financial journey. See you next time on The Forge.